Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Relics, and today I'm just going to do another short video just before the playoffs get started for the LA Kings. They start tonight, LA Kings versus the Edmonton Oilers. But first I want to get this video out just to, go over the team rewards that were given for the regular season, and then of course go over the schedule for the Kings. So let's get started right away. Here we go. Team rewards. Let's start off with the first one, which is the Bill Libby Memorial Award for Most Valuable Player, which ended up being Adrian Kempe. To be honest, let's see. Yeah, I'm not sure who who is involved in the choosing of the awards, but I'm pretty sure it's not just players, but it's also staff, coaching, the organization itself. Because these are, after all, team awards. They're not chosen by the league or anything like. So I'm pretty sure it was the organization and players and such like that. But yeah, Kempe was chosen as the MVP of the season. He did end up with the highest points on the season. However, I kind of disagree with this choice. And I don't deny that Kempe definitely had another outstanding season as far as point production. He not only led the team in scoring, but for the most part he was one of our best scorers. Regardless that I complained a lot that he misses the net and isn't another 40-goal season, he still did pretty good on the season itself, and he was constantly there all season long, having played 76 games. So it's not like it's a surprise that he was chosen. But at the same time, I don't agree. Me personally, I would have chosen someone like Kevin Fiala or Anze Kopitar, but that's just my opinion, of course. So congratulations to Adrian Kempe, of course, and obviously, yeah, I have no doubt he is up there as MVP, as one of the MVP candidates, but for me personally, he's not my choice. But, as far as the organization is concerned, he has shown that he has, all the potential to be that MVP type player, and hopefully he is that style of player going into the playoffs. Next up, we have the Best Newcomer, the Mark Davis Memorial Award. Obviously, one of the newest players on the block is Cam Talbot, and personally, I agree. I thought going out of preseason that Talbot had the worst opportunity to make the Kings roster. I thought the goalies were definitely going to be Copley and Riddick to start the season, but Todd McClellan chose to go with Cam Talbot, and that's what we went with. So Cam Talbot ended up being the starter for most of the season, and he got us into the playoffs for sure. Overall, it's not like it was like MVP season worthy or anything like that. Of course it wasn't. But overall, I think he definitely showed up and played a good season. Him and Riddick obviously were the backbone of the team, I think, for the most of the season, even throughout the winter time where the Kings just went on that huge losing streak, or multiple losing streaks, before the All-Star break. Personally, I didn't blame the goaltending. I thought the goaltending was fine throughout the entire season for the most part. Maybe a few goals here or there, or a few games, but it was definitely the team effort that was lacking. And so, as far as Best Newcomer is concerned, congratulations to Cam Talbot. He definitely was the best new player on the Kings team. Definitely not like someone else we know who is a forward. Alright, so moving on. Go on to the defenseman. The most outstanding defenseman award, obviously, it has to be Drew Doughty. This is a no-brainer. None of the other Kings defensemen come close. Without a doubt. I don't even know how to put this into words, to be honest. Doughty had a 50-point season, and it's just incredible what he's doing at his age. And not to mention, he was second in season average or season time on ice average in the league. So that just goes to show that even though he's only getting older, he's still playing high minutes. He's still playing all situations. And to be honest, the other defensemen on the team, they didn't even come close. None of them were even remotely close to being on tier with Doughty, which is why, for me personally, this is why I have ranted all season about losing Sean Durzi, because Sean Durzi was one of those guys who was expected to be the next, best defenseman on our team, and then we just got rid of him. Keeping Mikey Anderson for this season before he got injured and then came back. I don't deny Mikey Anderson's playing great season, especially as Doughty's partner, but he's not a scorer. And then you go to Roy. He's not a scorer. Defensive style D, except even that's lacking. And then overpaid Gavrikov. He's supposed to be like a number 2 style defenseman, but he's not. He's absolutely, lackluster is the word I would use, to be honest, compared to last season. And then obviously Englund and Spence, they aren't the top tier defensemen at all, and I think Spence's game has been falling as the season has progressed. I did give Englund and Spence praise during the first half of the season, but that has definitely fallen now. But yeah, defenseman Drew Doughty definitely deserves it, so congratulations to him, doing all the right things, and hopefully he can help lead us into the playoffs and get us a win, at least past first round. Next up is the best defensive player on the team, which is Anze Kopitar. I think this is a no-brainer here. I think everyone knows that Kopi's literally the best player. Again, like I said, for MVP choice, I think Kopi is the best player on our team overall. Like, he's just hands down the best. The captain, he leads by example, hardly does anything wrong, and I think his Selke trophies and nominations speak for itself. And once again, he has done another phenomenal job, and hopefully will continue to do so going into the playoffs. I know he hasn't scored towards the end of the season as much as we had hoped, but as he says during the post-game interview in the last game, we are currently on a 1-game winning streak, so we're going to take that and go into the playoffs with that. Better going winning than losing. Next up is most inspirational, the Ace Bailey Memorial Award. This goes to Arvidsson. That's a no-brainer. After his surgeries and his injuries, it's a no-brainer that he comes back and is contributing to the team. So to be able to perform on an elite level, like as if he had never had injuries and surgeries, it's just remarkable. And I think if he can stay healthy through the entire playoffs, we actually have a chance this year to make it past the first round, because we haven't been able to use our entire team for the past 2 years against the Oilers. But this year, we are relatively healthy. And in fact, I don't think we have any injuries that are significant to our roster right now. So definitely inspirational, definitely inspiring that we have a healthy team, and I think Arvidsson as a whole represents that. So congratulations to him. Next up is the Unsung Award. They should technically name this the Trevor Lewis Award, because he had won it almost every year before leaving the Kings. But obviously since then, Blake Lizotte is the guy. He is the unsung hero. He's one of my favorite Kings on the team, and I don't think he gets enough credit for what he does. And instead of getting Dubois, we should have had him, Blake Lizotte, play center for third line, but instead he shared a lot of time on the fourth line. And in the past few games, who's playing the fourth line? Dubois is. Lizotte's been getting third line minutes. So I definitely think Lizotte deserves more credit, and I think everyone is starting to finally recognize that he is a great player. And as I've mentioned in game reviews and stuff like that, and season reviews throughout the season so far, him and Lewis are one of the best PK duos, if not the best PK duo. The Kings are top 5 in PK percentage on the season, and Blake Lizotte is one of the reasons why we are one of the best. And I think he doesn't get enough credit for what he does defensively. He may not score a ton. I don't deny that the scoring has definitely been a little bit of a disappointment, but his forecheck is phenomenal. I think it's one of the best on the team, if not the best, and he needs more credit where credit is due, and so that's why I think this is real deserving of him. Next up is Kevin Fiala for most popular player. So most popular player, not really sure if this is necessarily a award or a award for for him necessarily, but as far as like, I guess, viewership, I definitely think when people think of the Kings, Kevin Fiala is one of those guys to come to mind. You think of Dowdy, you think of Kopi, Fiala, Paulie Deneau, So I think Fiala being recognized as a popular player on the Kings, I don't deny. He is definitely one of the best on the team, and popularity comes with it. So congratulations to him. Not the greatest awards, I'm just saying, but it matters to not just the organization, but also to the community that he represents as well. Hence the reason why he also got the Jim Fox Community Service Award. Does a lot for his community. He also has, I think it was called Fiala's Friends, and he has a lot of charities that happen around LA, and so he definitely has a impact on not just his team but his community and the organization. And just like I said about the most popular, this is also why, and I think it's well deserved. But again, it's not like one of those rewards that are like team defining, but it definitely contributes to showing that he has a great personality and is well liked. Next up is the Youth Hockey Award, it's called the Darrell Evans Youth Hockey Service Award, actually, and Philip Deneau wins it. He has taken a role in teaching kids to learn the game of hockey, and it helps, teaches the community. The organization has recognized that, and I don't deny Philip Deneau has a great personality, great guy, but again, there's another award that is just not as significant for the team itself, but for the community and the organization to recognize how much of a effort that he is putting in. And again, I've mentioned that effort is a hard word to come by this year, but Deneau is one of those guys who, when he does the right things, it shows, and I think contributing to his community definitely makes a difference. So that's it for the team awards. Next up, I just want to go over the round one outlook. So to wrap up this video, here we go. Round one against the Edmonton Oilers for the first round of the playoffs. Obviously, for the past couple days during the weekend, other teams have already played their first games, and then of course, as this video is coming out, there will be other teams that are going to be playing their second games as well. So let's get started. First of all games will be broadcasted on Bally Sports. Our first game will be on Bally Sports SoCal, so if you guys are watching local, there you can find it. We are going to be on ESPN and TNT on TBS as well throughout the week. But for the most part, Kings fans, you guys don't have to worry. Just stay tuned on your Bally Sports, wherever you watch Bally Sports broadcasts. Obviously, later today is the first game, Game 1 on the road in Edmonton, and then Game 2 on Wednesday, both at 7 o'clock. And then, of course, when we come back home for the next two games, Games 3 and 4, the 26th and 28th, which will be Friday and Sunday, we'll play at home on at 7:30. If extra games are required, they'll be on May 1st, 3rd, and 5th, Games 5, 6, and 7. All local broadcasts will be available for the first round still, as well as national broadcasts if needed. And we can obviously find them in Bally Sports. So that's just the outlook for it. But overall, we are looking at, as you guys can see, Kopi versus McDavid, and looking forward to a third straight year versus the Oilers. And I think this is it. This is our year. This is our time to pass them. And while we've had some hiccups this year, I do think that we have the team right now to go past the first round. So definitely think we have it. And again, I truly believe that we can make it past the first round. And if we do that, regardless of who wins the other match, the Canucks or the Predators, we can definitely beat those guys. I have no problems with those guys. It's the Western Conference Final, then of course the Stanley Cup Final. So we'll see when things get there. But for now, that's it. Thank you guys for listening, I guess you should say, because again, no face cam. I'm just getting over my cold now. If you guys can tell, I still sound a little funny, but I'm getting there. But I will do game reviews every day after the games. So following today's game, I will do a review for tomorrow, and then so on and so forth for every other game. So stay tuned for those. But yeah, that's all I have for now. So thank you guys for listening in. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, comment down below what you guys think, and then of course subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more content. And I will see you guys in the next video. Again, go Kings go, and hopefully game 1 goes to us, because again, it's always best to lead, not to fall behind. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.